So welcome back again on AG-400 course. So this course is for advanced administrator, developer, DevOps engineers, security engineers, security operational analyst, solution architect, technology manager, Azure Artifactory, Azure board. You're going to learn Azure repos, Azure pipeline, Azure test plan, and GitHub. So this module, basically we are going to explain about Azure DevOps and GitHub tools and help organization define their work management tool and licensing strategy. Okay, so this is what we have to talk about, and under this we are going to cover design a tool integrity strategy, design a license management strategy, for example, Azure DevOps and GitHub. Users design a strategy for end-to-end traceability from work item to working software. Design an authentication and access strategy, design a strategy for integrating on premises and cloud resources. So let's start this course, okay? So So we have to talk about what is Azure DevOps, right? So currently, if you are planning to implementing DevOps, if you want to increase your maturity level, this module Azure DevOps and GitHub tools helps organization, define their work management tool and licensing strategy, right? So Azure DevOps is a software as a service SaaS platform from Microsoft that provides an end-to-end DevOps tool chain for developing and deploying software, right? So let's move to the next slide and we'll little bit see about. So what does Azure DevOps provide? Azure DevOps includes a range of services covering the complete development lifecycle, right? Like Azure Board. Azure Board is for agile planning, work item tracking, visualization, and reporting tool. Azure Pipeline, a language platform and cloud agnostic CI/CD platform supporting containers or Kubernetes as well. So Azure Artifacts, Azure Repos, and Azure Test Plan. So all are you going to get it in only one page. So this is the beauty of DevOps orchestration. Even the beauty of Azure DevOps, even Azure DevOps to use as a orchestrate third party tools as well. Okay. So if you are if we are you are not a Microsoft.NET organization, what is this about? So Azure is not Azure DevOps is a product, right? Is not focused on organizations that are end-to-end Microsoft for Windows. Okay, they focused on any DevOps, any company organization. Okay, any language specific. So Azure DevOps provide platform that is flexible, cross-platform, and cloud agnostic. So do you flexible means you do not have to go all in on Azure DevOps. It is possible to adopt each of the services independently and integrated them with your existing tool chain. Most popular tools are supported, right? So cross-platform designed to work with any platform, Linux, Mac OS, Windows, or language including Node.js, Python, Java, PHP, Ruby, C++. .NET and iOS. So Azure DevOps is not aimed at organization building and shipping on the Microsoft technology stack. Okay. Cloud agnostic, it is work with all the clouds like the major public cloud is AWS, GCP, and Azure. Right. So this is the Azure DevOps basically you know what it's provide, So Azure DevOps is called Azure Board, Azure Pipeline, Azure Repos, Azure Artifacts, Azure Test Plan, and GitHub Advanced Security for Azure DevOps, right? So this is how Azure DevOps basically that look like this page is how it looks like. So I just put it on the slide as well. Okay. So now another thing is what is GitHub? So GitHub is a software as a service platform from Microsoft that provides Git-based repositories and DevOps tooling for developing and deploying software. So GitHub provides a range of services for software development and deployment, that is code base. You can manage your code hosted on the cloud environment, like based on the Visual Studio Code as well. So you get a license, and without license or community edition, you can also use that. Operate from other browser and external tools, each cross-platform development. Repository. So public and private repository is based on industry standard Git commands, actions, Allow for the creation of automation flow workflow. These flow can include environment variables and customized scripts. Packages. The majority of the world open source projects are already contained in GitHub repository. So GitHub makes it easy to integrate within this code and with other third-party offering. Security provides detailed code scanning and review features, including automated code reviews assignment. Right. So exploring authorization and access strategy. So Azure DevOps services uses enterprise-grade authentication to protect and secure your data. You can use Microsoft account, GitHub account, or Microsoft Entra ID. So same way, tools like Visual Studio and Azure DevOps natively support the use of Microsoft account and Microsoft Interact ID, right? Eclipse can also support this from the authentication if you install a Team Explorer or anywhere, everywhere plugin, right? So let's little bit talk about personal access token. So you must note these points because this is going to be used in our practical sessions. So user personal access token for tools that don't directly support Microsoft account or Microsoft Entra ID for authentication. So we can use, is it for whenever we want them to integrate with our Azure DevOps. So like GitHub, your Xcode, NuGet, your Docker and Kubernetes environment as well, your Azure portal, AWS portal. So you need a personal account to communicate with those things. There is also a connection string we have to create. So these tokens can be set up using Git Credential Manager, or you can create them manually. Personal access token are also helpful when establishing access to command line tools, external tools, and task and inbuilt fun. Also, when you're calling REST-based APIs, you don't have to UI popping out to do the authentication. When access is no longer required, you can revoke the personal access token. Okay, so this is how it's work basically. Security groups. So Azure DevOps is pre-configured with the default security groups, and default permissions are assigned to the default security groups. You can also configure access at the organization, collection, and project for or object levels. So in the organization setting in Azure DevOps, you can configure app access policies based on your security policies. You might allow alternate authentication method, enable third party application to access via auth, or even allow anonymous access to some projects. So for even tighter control, you can use conditional access policies. These offer simple ways to help secure resources such as Azure DevOps when using Microsoft Entra ID for authentication. Now, a little bit talk about the multi-factor authentication. So conditional access policies such as multi-factor authentication can also help to minimize the risk of compromised credentials. So that's why, as part of the conditional access policies, you might have security groups membership, a location or network's identity, a specific operating system, and managed device or other criteria. Right. So migrate and integrating is just one management tool. So basically, you can use your existing tools like your Jira, your other tools like Bugzilla, ClearQuest, with the Azure DevOps. So this is how it helps you decide to write the migration code as per your you can import from the Azure DevOps directly. Now we have to little bit talk about migrate or integrate existing test management tools. So what you have to so Azure test plans manual testing for sprints and milestones, allowing us to follow when the testing is complete. Azure DevOps also has a test feedback extension available in the Visual Studio Code marketplace. Okay, the extension is used to help them to exploratory testing and provide feedback. So all team members and other stakeholders can use the extension to submit uh, bugs and or provide feedback. Okay, so developer, product owners, managers, UX, your front end, UI designer, marketing teams, early adopter. Okay, so this is what it helps. So Apache JMeter. So this is what it's all about. So when you're designing the solution, designing license management strategy, you first need to understand your progress in the DevOps implementation phase. If you have a draft of the architecture you are planning for the DevOps implementation, you already know part of the resources to consume. For example, You started with a version control implementing Git and created some pipeline to build and release your code. If you are multiple teams building their solution, you don't want to wait in the queue to start building yours. So probably anybody want to pay for parallel jobs and make your build runs in parallel without depending on the queue availability. So what we have to consider, what phase are you in? How many people are using the feature? How long are you willing to wait if in the queue for pipelines in the surgeon? In is this a validation only? Should all user access all features? Are they stakeholders? Basic users, do they already have Visual Studio license? Do you have an advanced package management strategy? Maybe you need more space for artifacts. Okay. So this is all about, guys, in this chapter, and we will see you in our next video. We will talk about more, so I would recommend you guys must go and do some study on the particular tools and technologies and dig more on the Azure side as well. Okay. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day. We'll see you in our next video.